All right, she's really going in. Just let me tell you what's up. Y'all need to check her out. I think the video is only like 30 something minutes. It's worth listening to her. She really went on some stuff. I'm just bouncing around doing a whole lot of stuff today, this evening, because it's 11:22. I just seen 11:11 too, February 3rd, 2017. Big celebration day for me. My band's anniversary. Yeah, baby. I dreamt about my guitar player. We were jamming again. Um, that's cool if he came all the way back from the dead to jam with me. That's so cool. That's like the dude Jerry, whatever, the Grateful Dead. This dude keeps coming back to life. Anyway, Jerry Garcia. Anyway, so his name is Garcia. Mine is Gary. Yeah, baby. All right, now listen. Let's get serious. Uh, I want to share something with you. See, I have a friend. Some of these females, when they really went to their twin flame thing, they really were contacting me, and I'm encouraging them, they're encouraging me, whatever. But then they finally give up. And see, women are so y'all just do some really creepy stuff. Not creepy, but wrong stuff. Like, but the moment they get another guy or something like that, they just stop talking to me because they forget about their twin, or they try. I guess they try to put everything behind them, but it's kind of wrong because I was with them through the whole process, and they just stopped talking to me or whatever. I'm like, hey, I'm not your twin. I'm not the guy to hurt you. You know what the hell? Why you treat me like garbage? But I'm still true to these people, even though they do some disrespectful stuff. Because I take friendship very seriously. So a friend of mine, I think, needs to hear that video, because she really was a friend of mine. She used to even say, I love you and stuff. And then she just bummed out. She just totally changed up. That's why women scare me. Y'all just do some weird shit. Like, you scare the hell out of me. I don't scare it either, but how the fuck you can turn so fucking cold? Like, so I could have just ignored her and said, well, who cares? She left me. I'm not going to worry about it. But I said, nah. So what I did do, because I have a way of letting people know I'm not too happy with them. So I just sent her the email and said, hey, listen to this video. Make sure you listen to it. So she'll be, oh, who's he think he's basing on? But then she'll listen to it and understand what I'm trying to tell her because she's ready to tap out. See, you got to learn to trust the universe. That's what I've been trying to tell everybody. And I've been studying because I got Saturn retrograde in my ninth house with Aquarius, and I wanted to know what that meant because I don't have that many retrogrades on my chart. And it gave me a better understanding, but it really is. They said a Saturn, that type of placement, this dude is going to tell you the raw truth. And they said he's going to be very transforming, and he's not going to compromise the truth. And I don't. But for people to get that, it's going to work out for the better. There will be a shift. This is what I want to tell y'all too. Now I did a real long video today. If you can check it out, I talked about everything: background, family, the violence, everything. Um, but I saw it in my life. I saw because I walk with God my whole life, so I know there's a God, and you can't fool me. And I'm sorry people don't really realize how important it is to know God. You're talking about twin flame. You're talking about all this stupid stuff about shifts in energy and all this other crazy shit, but you don't know God. Why don't you get to know God first? Then you ain't gotta worry about all that other stuff. That's why you don't see me tripping out on. Like I'm definitely a twin flamer. I think I'm one of the best at it because I tell the truth, not the bullshit that people blowing smoke up your ass. But that's from walking with God for decades. So anyway, so I've seen things in my life that it could have changed me. I would have tried not to let it change me. But when you've been victimized and you say, man, this is no justice. Where's God? Where's the justice? Like you can go through life and you can, say, hey, God knows what he's doing. Trust God. But in the back of your head, you're saying, wow, that's some fucked up shit. He let that shit go. And a guy like me, if y'all know how much shit I go through as far as your supernatural attacks and shit, say, damn, you attack me every fucking day. What about these people? So you see it all the time. So you're hoping God will show some justice or something. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is I've been in situations where he didn't have to. He could just say, hey, listen, put faith in me, and if you can't put faith in me, then I don't need you. But it was always, no matter how tough he came, he would always come in at some point and show me justice. Like somebody that had it coming usually would get it, even if it was bad, but they brought that on themselves. So I've seen so many times where I said, man, karma. So I know karma is real. Like you not, and even in the tarot cards, that's why I said people are hypocrites because they talk about tarot cards, but then there's the wheel of fortune, and the wheel tells you you're gonna have some good times, some bad times, but everybody's gonna go through that wheel at some point. But you got to believe in the universe and trust it, and stop trying to do it yourself and work it out and get payback or treat people like garbage or whatever the hell you people do in third dimensional. Yeah, that's what she said too. She said she went off. She said you need to tell your twin flame, look, I'm sick of your third dimensional bullshit. I was cracking up. I said, yeah. See, these people are waking up because all the stuff I was saying, and y'all know I said it first. Now they're starting to say it. I said, you got to have a commitment. Now you hear more of these people out here on YouTube saying you got to have a commitment. They wasn't saying that before. They was making a scene. And I just got finished listening to a twin flame. That's why she kept talking about sex, sex, sex. I said, that's why you're not with your twin. All you're focusing on is sex, sex, sex. You got to focus on the other part. It's the Scorpio and the Gemini energy. The Gemini represents the twins coming together through communication and commitment and compromise. And Scorpio is just that sex. And me, I'd rather have the other one. That's why if you look on my chart, I think my ascendant is Gemini, but Gemini is very important to me. The communication, and that's what I used to always tell my twin from the beginning. We don't even talk. You never talk to me, just staring at me. So, yeah, she talked, it would have made a big difference. I probably would have melted, but she never talked, so all that did was make me pull back. Yeah, my ascendant is Gemini, and then I got Mercury in the third house, which is the communication with my sign Leo. And then where else? I think I might see it one more time. But who knows? Gemini, Mercury. That's good enough. I'm kind of tired. I've been doing this all day. So anyway, so let me get to the point. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this: there will be a shift, just like she's saying. She's on it 100%, cause she's looking at it from like I'm a guy, so I look at it from a male viewpoint. She's a female, so she looks at it from a female viewpoint. So she's saying, oh, these guys treated us really bad. They're our twins. You think they don't love us, but they love us for a reason, and they had to do what they had to do to make us stronger because we were too codependent. But now it's time for us to tell these guys. She said, now your twin is waking up, and now you can tell your twin, hey, listen, you're not going to find somebody like me, blah, 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 and giving him a reality check. And so, in other words, it's changing. She's saying it's shift. Whereas you got bullied and your twin treated you like garbage, now it's going to come a time when it's going to shift. And I'm getting little messages like that, and I try to take it, I want to believe it, but I take it one day at a time. But the same female I sent that video to, that's what she said. She said that like 2 weeks ago. She said, I've been chasing this guy, and he has treated me like garbage the whole time. She said, now it's time for him to chase me. And then she cut off communication with me. I'm like, why the hell you cut off communication with me? I thought we were cool. But it is what I understand. It's all emotionals and stuff. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is the things will shift. The things will shift. And like people say, I'm too. Because they even say, because I got that Saturn and my Aquarius in the 9th house. And plus my Saturn is retrograde. And they said that people like you are just cold and dry and shit. But they still gave me their props. They said, but you got integrity. They said you don't bow down. And they said that the people really can't say shit about you because everything you say, you prove. And you help. You go out of your way to help. Because that's what Aquarius does. You go out of your way to help the masses. So they really can't hate you. You're just telling them the truth. Like you're the big brother. And they did like, and it's also like, that's like, because I'm not that old. I mean, a lot of people think I'm old. I just do a lot of reading and studying even when I was little. But they said that the Saturn represents that old man wisdom. They said like 70 and up. I said, well, I'm not 70. I'm not close to 70 people. I know you might think that I am, but I'm not. So that's pretty cool. So everybody has a purpose. So the point of this video is to let you know, listen to her. She goes in, especially when she got that, she said to get past that 3D crap. She sounded like me because I'm not with that 3D. I hate 3D. 3D sucks. 3D sucks. And then she did a video too where she said sucks. Me and her probably like the same rock groups and stuff. That lady, I guarantee me and her like the same rock groups and stuff. But she's cool because she saw somebody else losing faith. This lady's really cool. She saw somebody else out here losing faith. That's one of the teachers, and they were starting to doubt Twin Flame, and they were starting to talk crazy about the other half, the twin. And so she contacted and said, "Hey, wait a minute, I really listen to you. I look up to you, and can we talk?" And they talked, and she said, they exchanged a few words, like you know how you just talking and you get a little upset because your feelings is involved, but they worked it out. But that was brave of her to go to that lady and do that. So I got a lot of respect for her. Before I used to just listen to her. You just look at people and you just look and I just keep it moving. But tonight she really said a lot of shit that resonated with me. So what I'm trying to tell you is there is going to be a turnaround whether you believe it or not. And I never said it wasn't going to happen because I seen so much crazy shit and I know how this universe is. And I just know God. Like I walk with God. Like God was behind all this. Like we're so quick to go the devil. The devil can't do anything that God doesn't let him do. So I know God was behind it. I've been walking with God long enough and he's going to test you. Especially depending on who you are, he's going to test you. If you got a favorite rabbit, you best believe he's going to test you with that rabbit. Because what did Jesus say to Peter? Do you love these more than me? Do you love these more than me? Because Peter was a fisherman. He made a lot of money off of fishes. And he tried to go back to fishing in John 21 when Jesus told him to stay put till I come back. And he told Peter, I'm going to make you fishers of men. So he was trying to tell Peter that's got to be secondary now, but Peter wanted to go back because he didn't know where the Messiah was at. He said, "I'm tired of waiting. I'm going back to my job." And then that's when Jesus showed up and really read him the riot act yet again. He read Peter the riot act in John 21. Then he read Peter the riot act in Matthew chapter 16, verse 11 to 28. He was always reading Peter the riot act because Peter kept going third dimensional. So the kids did not go third dimensional. Trust in the universe that if the universe went through all this trouble to meet you with your twin and break your heart so bad and break you down so freaking bad, it shouldn't end like that. It's got to be some type of karma. It's got to be some type where you stand again and look that chick in her eyes. Now I'm talking personally. You got to look that chick in her eyes one more time. It's like that Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. He won't let it go. Goldberg been whipping Brock Lesnar's ass since the early 2000s, and Brock won't let it go. He keep calling him out. I remember the first time he begged Vincent McMahon. Brock Lesnar got on his knees and said, Vincent McMahon, give me Goldberg, please, please. He actually got on his knees and begged for that fight. But every time he get that fight, he get his ass kicked. But that's how a man is. He want to see that eye-to-eye contact. Okay, so we had a bad start. I was trying to talk to you, wasn't listening, but hey, listen, I'm not even gonna make you feel like a certain way. I'm more interested in this peace between us. We're the same. So can't we talk? What the hell? How come you so afraid to talk and shit? So I'm more that type of guy, eye to eye. I'm an old school type of dude. So to see the karma come through and see me standing next to her eye to eye again and see the fuck, because I'm more interested in that moment. You know what I'm saying? It's nostalgia, and y'all don't understand. Just watch when at a Survivor Series, it was a Survivor Series, I think it was, where they met again. And this is what Brock did. Soon as the bell rang, he picked Goldberg up, slammed him into the ring, and then he looked in his eyes. See, a real dude need that eye contact. That's more important than anything. He wanted to see fear. He wanted Goldberg to look at him and say, "Oh wow, this guy's stronger than me" or something. But instead, Goldberg pushed his ass. Brock fell on the ground, and when Brock tried to get up, he speared him. Brock fell on the ground. When Brock tried to get up again, he speared him again. Then he jackhammered him, took him down for the 3 count, and it was all over for Brock Lesnar. So the point I'm trying to make is, with a real dude, he's got to make that eye contact, and that's what with Brock. It was more interesting. It was more that he wanted to see fear, and he couldn't see it. That's what was knocking him out, because everybody else that gets in the ring with him, he's able to see fear. If you've ever studied Brock Lesnar, even with the Undertaker, he looks him in the eye. He tries to get the Undertaker to jump, which he's never been able to do. Now with Big Show, to this day, when Brock Lesnar looks Big Show in his eyes, if Brock Lesnar act like he's going to hit him, this Big Show always jumps. And that's important to Brock to terrify you. So he kept in harmony with his character with Goldberg, because he always looks Goldberg in the eyes, and he always hopes to see some fear, and he never gets it. And that's what shakes him to freak up. So real guys need that eye contact, and we gotta have that. That's important. So that's what's going on with this whole twin flame thing. So I do believe in shifts. I do know how the universe works. I do know how God works. I can't tell you it's going to happen today or tomorrow and stuff like that, because my twin really, her Aries energy was unbelievable. She definitely got to get some type of humble humility. And I'm still proud of myself, because believe me, if I wanted to control that situation, I could have controlled it from day one, and I didn't, because I don't want to be the guy I used to be. Because like I said, my mentality is come see, conquer. I've always been a master of that. Always, it's easy. So this time I don't want the other side of me to take over. I wanted the nice Gary side to take over, the one that nobody wants to respect. But that's the more powerful one to me, not the guy that'll go upside your head, because anybody can do that. Anybody can grab a weapon. Who can't do that? So I want to see the little nerd work it through. And unfortunately, he may get disrespected. He may get whatever. But he'll win. He'll win, because he's way stronger than another guy. People just don't realize that. So that's why I want to make that eye contact. It's something real, and she's got to learn how to respect me for who I am. I don't want her to respect me because I got mad at her, because I'm not looking for a little daughter. I'm not looking for a little girl. I'm looking for a woman that wants a situation. So she's got to learn that eye contact first, and it may be difficult, but that's the first step. And that's what she's saying. This lady in this video, that's what she's saying. It's not going to be, everything's not going to be peachy keeney, but at least the person may act like they have some sense. And she's saying now it's time to tell that person, okay, you've done this to me, you've done that to me, I'm still here. Maybe you need to realize you have somebody that really cares about you, and stop playing on all this third dimensional bullshit. So she did really good. I'm really proud of her, and I'm proud of her that she went to another YouTuber who needed some advice and some encouragement, and she did it. So that took courage, because most people would have just minded their business. See, I see a movement coming on. I see the tough twin flamers. Yay, tough twin flamers, TTFs. I see those guys raising up, and that's gonna help the whole universe. See, the universe is gonna smack you around if you let it. I keep trying to tell you. The more you stop, where's my twin? Why isn't my twin? Oh, I don't like that guy on Archangel. Rather, I'm going to another channel. Oh, ain't nobody gonna help you. The universe ain't gonna help you if you whining like a little biatch. But when you stand up and say, okay, listen, what do I need to do personally instead of worrying about my twin? What do I need to do? And you start standing up. And even when your twin, the more you improve, the more they're gonna improve. And when your twin sees you again, they might even sense it. Cause I don't know. When I say it, it's just like it's more like eye contact more than anything. But before, like I didn't understand the whole thing was fear. Plus, it was fear. It was fear of my job. I didn't want to lose a job, which I knew that was coming. And which I still got health problems. But I had a lot of things on my plate. And like I said, she wouldn't talk. If she had to talk, it would have never been that crazy. She was just creeping me out. Plus, you guys gotta understand, I've been stalked regularly. Even when I was at that job, I've been stalked regularly. Even out here, weird shit. I had a situation where somebody had ordered something from me. So we talking and all that. Then I just know when the devil is trying to do what he's trying to do. So then she started having some complications, and I wasn't gonna help people because I'm already busy. I was like, okay, you gotta work through it. Everybody else had to work through it. I'm not gonna stop everything I'm doing because I'm busy. So then she said, oh, well, you know what? You're only like 5 miles away from me. I could stop by tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I was like, oh hell no, you can't. Oh hell no, you can't. First off, what the hell are you doing in New Jersey? If I knew you was in Jersey, we might not have been doing business anyway, because I've been stalked too many fucking times. I'm talking about just crazy broads. You ain't stalking over here, honey. And so, like, nah, that's alright. So that, and then she was somewhat of a stalk. She was stalky because she was obsessed with a twin and shit. Like, you don't want to be obsessed. There's a difference between talking about somebody and being obsessed. Like, you got to give people their space if they not really want to be with you. And if your twin flame relationship is really toxic, you should wisely fall back. Most people won't. But if you're arguing and all that crazy stuff, you need to fall back because it's very immature. And I've done too many natal charts where I've shown you with that Aries energy and that Mars energy, you got to be careful, and that Scorpio energy. You got to learn how to balance it out. That Pluto energy is very toxic. Some people like that crazy stuff. I don't. I like peace, quiet, and I'm cool. But all I wanted from my twin was just to talk. I just didn't understand why I had to be so crazy. We're twins. And plus, you're looking at me like it was supposed to be something special, but you're bringing me all this negative energy and all this crazy shit. So I was just trying to get it to the point to just talk a little bit. Like, stop acting, I don't understand. And I try talking to you, you don't listen. And what the fuck are we doing? We're putting each other through hell. It doesn't make no sense to me. But again, I know the universe. And from a Christian viewpoint, I know how God works when he's putting you through some shit. Been there, done that. So that's what's up. There is going to be a shift. I can't say if it's going to happen to you, not going to happen to you, but it's only common sense. Karma is going to come. People that did dirty is going to get them sooner or later. It might take a while. I mean, I got a family member. It took maybe 50 years before they finally had to pay for shit they did, but they did pay for it, and I was there to see that person go down to that grave. I was there. Well, I won't even talk about it. I just read Psalm chapter 50 because that's when it all started. And from then on, it was downhill when God said, I'm going to get you, and this is why I'm going to get you. Now, a lot of you guys don't know God did that. For you guys to read the Bible, read Psalms 50. I was there. I was reading Psalms 50 when it happened. When God said, I'm going to get you, and this is why I'm going to get you. And he did it. So I know karma does come. Now, I'm not saying you want to see people get it. What I'm trying to say in this video is karma will come. So if you feel like your twin beat you down, if you feel like your twin hurt you, if you feel like your twin doesn't care, if you don't even know if you're twins, if you're still doubting it and all that, let the will change. The will is going to change. And there will come a time, as crazy as it sounds, that the universe will bring you two together one way or another. And hopefully they'll have a little bit more common sense. But still, if you woke up first, then you got to be the mature one. You got to be able to try to talk to the twin without saying, oh, you hurt me and I don't even know if I want to talk to you and blah, blah, blah. Because even she said it. She said she wants to say to her twin, her male twin, I'm the one for you. Like, you treated me like this, you treated me like that, but I'm still here. I'm the one for you, not these other people. So she's got the right idea. If you want that twin flame union. And me, I don't know what the hell I want because I've never talked to mine. But I just want her to know what's all animosity. You know what I'm saying? I don't, blah, blah, blah. Because I already told her how I felt, but she knew that 2.5 years ago, but she still waged war anyway. And she's a nut job. So that's all I'm trying to get. There's no reason why we can't talk. Because there can be no type of really real feeling until we talk. You got to talk. Maybe go out sometime. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not into that rushing in the sex shit. It don't mean shit. How many people I run? Where's all these other broads that I had sex with? That don't mean shit to me. You're destroying your whole thing. You're destroying your whole thing. And that's why all these people out here crying because you don't understand communication is essential. Talking to the person is essential. Growing with the person is essential. Until you do that, you will have no twin flame union. And if you may have some great sex, but then you're going to go right back into separation. And if you want to be a hoe, you go ahead, but there's no hoe over here. I might have Saturn in my 9th house with Aquarius, but Saturn doesn't mean Santa. It doesn't mean ho, ho, ho. This is Gad. It's been a pleasure.